Welcome back to the marathon, where all of a sudden the temperature, not that hot in Glasgow, but temperature is rising when it comes to the battle here, because Michael Shelley has strolled up alongside Chemlany of Kenya. They've burnt off Mutai. Kiplimo is struggling out the back as well, the two Ugandans, and it's the Australian Michael Shelley alongside Stephen Chemlany, and they are going stride for stride as we approach the 2-hour mark of the men's marathon.
Well, it's not far to go now, about another 10 or 11 minutes probably, and Michael's looking wonderful. He's looking very relaxed, very strong. I think he believes as though he's got a chance here. The other Africans, the Ugandans, have started to drop off. The Kenyans are even further back. Chemlany is looking still pretty smooth and pretty strong, but probably not as comfortable as I think he was 5 or 10k ago. But Michael's looking very, very strong.
So Michael Shelley, silver medalist from 2010, after that epic battle where he fought his way through the field. And John Kelai was the winner there. But he's just edging ahead now, Deke, and he's trying to make a move here. Is Shelley, the 30-year-old from Queensland, grits his teeth, tries to get away, has a look over the shoulder. Chemlany, well, he is a quality athlete. 2:06 is his lifetime best, and if you compare that to Shelley's 2:11, well, they're in different parts of the stratosphere when it comes to distance running, but the look on Chemlany's face says, well, I might be in a bit of trouble here. Have a look at that grit on the face of Michael Shelley. This is impressive.
Come on, Michael, come on. If he can just open up a little bit more of a gap, it looks as though he's almost broken Chemlany now. So the big thing now is he's got to just maintain that pace. He's still got another 10 or 11 minutes of running to go, and a lot can happen in 10 or 11 minutes. So let's just hope that he hasn't sort of made his move too early. But I'll tell you, he's looking very, very strong, and Chemlany's not looking so good at all.
Well, he missed the World Championships last year. He didn't want to have another hot marathon, so he didn't go to Moscow. His focus was on this day, and I think it's fair to say probably this moment now, when you've gone over 2 hours. But have a look at the athletes behind them. We've got quality Africans left, right and centre, and Michael Shelley with that look of determination as his eyes set on the finish line, which we think they're running around the 2:11 pace at the moment. He's right on his personal best, but really at the moment that's not all that important. And that gap is opening up as Shelley just edges clear a fraction.
Come on, Michael, just stay relaxed, stay focused, keep on trying to open up another couple of stride lengths further in front, and you've got a good chance of breaking this guy. Come on, you just got to stay focused, stay relaxed, keep working hard.
They had a training camp on the Gold Coast. Dick Telford and Melanie Pianayotu, who's back in the women's field. Dick not going to Glasgow, said my job's done. If I can have the time, I'll do it in Queensland beforehand in the training camp. This little pinch here, and Chemlany's rhythm is nowhere near as impressive as Shelley's, but sometimes it's not apparent until you get to the top of the hill, but it's just a little pinch, as you can see. But at this stage of the race, it is tough. His family are back here, so they're watching, and I bet you they're as excited as we are at the moment, because this is starting to become a gap that you can maintain to the finish.
Yeah, look, and the crowd are really going to lift him. The atmosphere now is just going to get more and more adrenaline pumping, just to be able to focus and just stay relaxed, stay strong, keep your rhythm. All of those long runs, all those 40k training runs, all that preparation is really to prepare him now for this last 10 minutes or 9 minutes of running to go.
And they put in that big surge. It was just after the 15-kilometre mark where the pace went right up. It was the quickest 5k split, 14:53, and Liam Adams as well as Michael Shelley both dropped off the pace. I can't give you the positions of the two other Australians at the moment because our computer is stuck on the 30-kilometre mark, but we'll get that to you as soon as we can. But the pace went off and Shelley was able to get back on and now he's fought them off as the two Ugandans had a go. They tried to extend, see if they could get away. We lost Ndiema, the second ranked of the Kenyans. Kelai, the defending champion, went, and then Chemlany ran side by side with Michael Shelley. And what have they got? They've got about 8 minutes of running still to go, and that gap is approaching 75 metres.
Yeah, come on. I think he's looking bloody good. Still got a way to go.
That's one way of describing it, but I learnt my lesson back in 2004 with Loretta Harrop in the women's triathlon at the Olympics, Deke, where she looked like she was home and hosed and didn't quite pan out that way. So anything is possible over these next few minutes.
Yeah, look, but Michael's looking strong. It's not as though he hasn't lost any of his form. He's actually, I think, looking better than he was, 10K or so ago when they made a big move and he just couldn't maintain it. But it just goes to show that if you back yourself, you run your own race, if someone makes a big move, you just let them go and you just continue to run just at your threshold and don't go over your threshold. It's almost like, 100 metres or more nowadays.
It's a big gap. That is a big gap.
Look at the crowd. The crowd will really lift him as well.
Well, it's almost a winning lead. Almost. Almost. I'll tell you when I call him the winner, Deke. I'll call Michael Shelley the winner when he crosses the line, because I've seen too many marathons where anything can happen, and we went through the stories of Pierre and also Peters, who staggered to the finish line. And this race, you have to respect the distance, even if you've only got 2.195, and you can hear the bagpiper playing.
But yeah, and when
he looks strong.
He does look strong, and when you look back at that long shot of Chemlany, you can see that he's moving and rocking from side to side. 14:46 for that last 5K. What an incredible kick down. Very big, strong move. That's why he's broken up the field.
That is impressive, and I'm happy if your prognostication tells me that the body language of Stephen Chemlany has him in big trouble, and he's not in this shot.
No, he's
not in this shot.
The gap.
Well, this is exciting stuff on the opening morning of athletics competition. And just as we saw in the pool with the women breaking the world record, this does give a boost to the rest of your teammates when you return to the village on the opening day with a gold medal in a race as demanding as this, and an athlete as popular as Michael Shelley, who has prepared himself meticulously for this. He set his sights on this 2 years ago, and he's opening up a big gap here as he continues to march towards the finish line.
Come on, Michael, you're almost there. Just maintain your focus, maintain your rhythm. Yeah, he's looking good, I think. It's still good stride. Looking at his legs, just looking at the power that he's still generating, still reasonably relaxed. He's starting to work a little bit harder in the upper body. You can see him, he's just labouring a little bit, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. He's run 41 kilometres and he's just broken a field consisting of two 6 marathon runners and a lot of great Ugandan and Kenyan runners. I mean, what an incredible performance here.
So here's the tail of the tape, and you can see that 14:53, the pace went right off, but to ratchet it up, and this was the period that they've been working on with Dick Telford, Michael Shelley. They've been getting the dizzies at the 30K mark, and to be able to put these two things together. And they've changed the diet, the blood sugars, well, they're on fire today. The drinks and the gels and everything are working to absolute perfection. And as we look at it now, it looks like Michael Shelley's got an excellent chance of joining, well, they're the greats. When you look at the names that have won a marathon for Australia at the Commonwealth Games, there's no duffers on this list. Dave Power, 1958, came second in another race as well. Rob Di Castello won it twice. Steve Monaghetti, the chef de mission, who I saw on the side of the road earlier. They are big names in Australian distance running, and it looks like Michael Shelley is going to join them. There's Mona there on the right-hand side. You can see him running back down the road to give some... He's going to the finish line, Mona. Where are you going? Don't miss this.
Come on, Michael. He's just got to work up this hill. And the hills are another good indication just to see how much running you've got left in you. If you're really struggling, just that little bit of a climb, the undulations, even running downhill, his quads will be burning. There'll be really no energy left. He'll be running just on guts and determination over this last little bit here. Another couple of minutes to go.
Well, he's in the finishing straight now as you start to see the signage on the side and the crowd
back into the park.
Not too far away. Well, what a run this has been. So composed, didn't panic when he got dropped early along with Liam Adams. And the facial expression hasn't really changed much. That look of determination. A couple of minutes away.
What a run. Second in the last Commonwealth Games, and a lot of people said that was a little bit of a fluke for him, something that really, sort of was a result of those tough, humid, hot conditions in Delhi. But Michael's really proven everyone wrong. What a great big competition competitor he really is.
So not too far away now for Michael Shelley. 16th in London. He missed the Moscow World Championships to concentrate on this. And this is going to ensure that was the right decision. Absolutely no question about that. And this is a big break. And to go so strongly when he did, around the 35-kilometre mark, well, he's home now. He is home now. If he stays on his feet, he's going to join three of the great names in Australian marathon running with a Commonwealth Games gold medal and the perfect way to kick off the athletics competition. That does look a long straight though.
And he's still got a fair way to go, 2 hours 9, so he still must have another couple of minutes, a minute or so at least of running. But, Chemlany, even the sign that he went over and grabbed that last drink station, he's only got a kilometre or so to go. So you wouldn't think that, he would necessarily want to get that drink. I mean, it's not going to make any difference. So it really is, to me, an indication that he's really struggling. And Michael, what a gritted look of determination. I don't think there's anything that's going to stop him finishing on strongly over this last little bit.
Well, all of those long training runs when you're out there by yourself, and he does a lot of running by himself. He likes the solitary nature of distance running when you're away with your own thoughts. And he would have been thinking about this. He would have been thinking about running a personal best. He's probably not going to do that. He might just be outside it, but it doesn't matter. He's going to be close, 2:11:23. He might be not too far away. It's hard to get an indication. We need the 1 kilometre to go sign. I think we're inside that now. As he starts to smile now, the grimace is gone.
How good's that? Doesn't that make you feel relaxed? Come on, Michael.
He's taken
not there yet.
The big right hand.
Not there yet.
Now he's in the finishing straight, and he starts to pump the fist.
Unbelievable.
And what a performance this has been.
What a run.
He's going to be... Well, there's the finish line. I reckon he's close to his personal best. 2:11:23. He might be inside it. It doesn't really matter because this has been a sensational display of distance running from Michael Shelley, who's fought off the Africans to win the gold. He comes down to the line. Distance running, Australian style. Michael Shelley is the Commonwealth champion.
Great run, Michael. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Who would have thought, looking at the form of the calibre of the Africans coming into this race, Michael gave them 6 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes head start. But it just goes to show the difference in the calibre of an athlete and the difference between a championship runner and just a big, fast city marathon runner with pacemakers.
Well, celebrations from the Australian camp. He has run a personal best, 2:11:15. So inside the 2:11:23 lifetime best. Chemlany, he deserves to get the silver medal because he ran a brave race. And, well, there you go. Australia first, Kenyan second. Doesn't happen every day in a distance race. There's no doubt about that. And 43 seconds in arrears, and it's a big battle on for the bronze medal. And they come down the line as Shelley is doing the celebrations, and Kiplimo, Abraham it will be, who gets the bronze medal ahead of Mutai. So the two Ugandans finish in 3rd and 4th. Australia, Kenya, Uganda will be the podium in the men's marathon.